Hello, and welcome to the Range unit of the Reek. And today we're taking a look at the 40/43M Zryini II assault gun. So the Hungarians were looking at the German allies and going, those Stugs are cool. We should really be living the Stug life. They're pretty damn effective and also cost effective as well. So the Hungarians looked at the air tank fleet and pretty much did the same thing the Germans did. They took a mainline medium tank, for the Hungarian case it was the Turan, they cut off the turret and slapped an assault gun in the front, and boom, you have the Zryini. The Zryini is named after Miklos Zryini, who was a Croatian Hungarian statesman from the 17th century, and there'd be two models of the Zryini tank which would end up being produced. The first model, the Zryini I, was originally armed with a 75mm gun, same as the Stug. However, due to production issues, mainly just trying to fit the gun and keep it stabilized, the Zryini I never really got anywhere. The Zryini II, on the other hand, the running game, was fitted with a 105mm assault gun. Not as great for blowing up enemy armored vehicles, but it can blow a bunker up quite nicely. However, this is by 1943 when they really started to kick off production. Things weren't looking great on the Eastern Front. So the Hungarians only managed to make 66 of these vehicles before the Soviets occupied their country. In-game, the Zryini II is a 70-point medium tank assault gun, whatever you want to call it, available to the 25th Hungarian Division and the 8th Romanian Cavalry Division. It has a single weapon, and that singular weapon being the 105mm cannon. You have 22 heat shells with 100mm of penetration, and because it's heat ammunition, that's 100mm at maximum distance, 10 damage on pen, 30% accuracy, 1500 meter range, and 6 rounds a minute fire rate. It's an alright anti-tank cannon. You don't have the best range, especially compared to 75mm guns, and the accuracy is okay. But if you hit something, and if you penetrate something, that thing is most likely not going to have a very good time. You also have 30 high explosive shells. These are quite interesting, as you have 2km range. With these bad boys, you're a little less accurate, but you do a whopping 4.1 HE damage, which is pretty damn good. Pop down to miscellaneous stats, has 105mm of frontal armor, strong top armor, 55mm at the side, and 50mm at the back. It goes 38km off-road, 43km on the road, medium stealth, and normal optics. So, in battle, the Zryini II, as you might guess, is basically just a Hungarian and kind of Romanian Stuh 42. They're both pretty damn similar tanks. The main thing with the Zryini is that you don't have the machine gun, but by God, you have a whole lot more heat shells, meaning that you are a bit more capable in the anti-tank role. However, with the Zryini, it comes in the tank tab, but it's not really a tank, even though yes, it's an assault gun, but I mean tank in terms of the Steel Division role of being mainly used to fight other armored vehicles. Because yes, you have the heat shells, but it's still really primarily a high explosive lob-in killing machine, as this is very good at dealing with in-place gun positions, especially Rika guns, which don't have that 2km range. You can outrange and blow them up quite easily, and of course you deal with infantry and other soft targets extremely simply as well. So even though this thing may, in theory, have to compete with the Stug in what you're going to take, in practicality, that's not really the case, as in both the Romanian 8th Cavalry and the Hungarian 25th Division, your other tank options are limited, to say the least. The Zryini II really takes the role of the standard mid-range tank you're going to be taking, and it's not terrible to fill that role. It does have enough armor to survive, and you can kill tanks at close range with those heat shells, but you're still going to have to rely mainly on your anti-tank fire support if you're the Hungarians or Sea-Face Panthers to do some damage. Availability as well is honestly not that bad. You get 5 of them in A phase and 10 of them in B phase, so a decent amount. Overall, the Zryini II is a pretty alright vehicle. It's pretty much just a Hungarian Stuh. It doesn't really do anything too fancy apart from that. It's quite interesting in the fact that, in regards to other Unit of the Reeks, which cover, I would say, reared meme niche nation vehicles, especially armored fighting vehicles, the Zryini II is not fantastic, but it's also not terrible either. It's just pretty damn decent. Also, I do want to make a quick note. The Zryini II model used to actually be in game, I believe, when it released. I think they wanted to add it to one of the Hungarian divisions. But then the model from the game files was removed. I believe the reason for this is that the model was being used in the Redstone mod from Mr. Crisps, and he actually was using it in the mod. You could actually use the Zryini II, yeah. And I think I didn't want him using it, so they kind of just pulled to access, which does suck. But hey, it's back now at least. And yeah, it's an assault gun. It's assault other guns. And I'm gonna leave it off at that. This has been another Rangaroo Shootout of the Week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.